Hello, my peeps. Welcome back. I have a bracelet, double-stranded bracelet. These have 2 holes in the tiger eye. So I have tiger eye, and then these are 2 holes. So I got tiger eye beads in between each of them. And we're going to have 2 strings. I'm trying to clean my nails. My nails look terrible. I always have the worst nails. I had fake nails put on, and this is the end of it. They really filed down a lot, and my nails are like really weak. I have no nails, so I can't wait. So I'm sorry for the way my nails look, but the first thing I want to do, I have this clip in. This is going to be the clasp. So you just push it in till it clicks, and then you just pull, pinch and pull. But first of all, I want to fill this little spot with some resin. I'm going to use resin and epoxy, some resin, and some copper mica powder. So first I need a place for it to mix up. So I got this plastic bag, and I'm working on this mat again, so I gotta be careful. So I'm going to put some of this epoxy down. And then I'm not really sure how much to put in there. And then we're going to close this up. And I have my toothpick. I'm going to put some copper in there. If I can get enough. You don't need a whole lot mica powder, but enough to turn color. There we go. Isn't that pretty? Oh, that's pretty. Get that little bit in there. Okay, mix it all up. All we're doing is mixing the mica powder into the resin. And it looks good and mixed. All right, now, the fun part. How am I going to get this in here? Yeah, I don't know. That looks good. It's working. Okay. That is it. Now, because it's resin, you have to use UV light, and I'm going to cheat. I'm going to shut off these lights. All these lights I got. And then we'll just sit here and chit-chat for a little bit while this is drying. It uses this UV flashlight. I got a UV flashlight. And it should dry with this. And just so this is my second project today. I'm getting out a lot of UV resin. Not UV resin. This is UV resin. And then I had a couple other projects I had to do. A glue-on bale. So I'm getting into my stash, using up some different products to make some stuff, make some different things. Something different. Usually it doesn't take too long, but it's kind of a little deep a little bit. Can you guys see? Yeah. So I'm just going to test it with the toothpick. Look at that. It's hard already. It's nice and hard. Okay, I'm going to leave it on there for a little bit because, like I said, it's deep. So I want it to penetrate all the way through. Get all the way to that bottom and make sure it's all nice and hard. So otherwise the top part will be hard, and then the middle or down in the bottom, it'll be gooey, and it will never, ever, ever, ever set. Ever. Until you UV it. So I'm just going to make sure we got it good. It's nice and hard. You know what? I didn't even time it. I should have at least timed it so I had like some sort of idea how long I've been sitting here with you guys. Hairbrain. That's okay. That's okay. We're learning something new today. We're learning. See? It's all nice and hard. And it's nice and warm, so I'm thinking it's warmed through. I can probably turn on the lights and shut this off. Like I said, I just want to get it nice and hard, make sure it's all the way hard, all the way around, down inside, and we're good. Let's just turn our lights back on. And this one, should we turn this one? Yep. Woo-wee, now we can see. All right, now, oh, I overflowed a little bit right there. And it's not going to come off because it's hardened. There's a little bead right there. Oh, no, it sat on top. Well, I got some work to fix in that, but isn't that pretty? There's a little copper in there, but there's a bead. I think when I tested it with the toothpick, it landed, and then it did some more on there, so now it's adhered to it. So, you know what I do to fix that? I'm going to soak this in alcohol, like overnight, and then redo it. Because I can't, that's, no. Yeah, but it hardened, but, so you learn something new. UV resin, little flashlight works. All right, shall we get to getting our bracelet made? First, I got a couple of, it's called copper tiger tail wire. I got 2 of them. I'm assuming they're 7 strand because they're real stiff. See how they hold their shape? So we're going to grab one and start stringing. So I'm going to start. I'm just going to do one side. So I don't know how this is going to work. Or should I do I'm just going to do the one side. See how that works. Whoops, I didn't even have that in the hole. See, I always hang on to the beads here instead of letting them drop. Oh, you know what I need? I need one of those bead stoppers. Get my little bead stopper. I keep the beads from coming off this end. All right, here we go. Now I got all these beads. I want one of these. I want another one of these. Look at these are 4mm and still got that flash. Isn't that pretty? So now we're gonna get into these. These are pretty too. Look at the tiger's eye. Just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous from Gemstone Orphanage. Oh, I didn't explain. This is Gemstone Orphanage from the Unlimited Tiger's Eye edition box. And so now I'm trying to get something made from it. And this is a bracelet. And everything, these things were 2-holed, so I'm like, well, I guess I'm making a two-stranded bracelet. And I don't make bracelets very often, and I don't make double strands bracelets very often, so I have to think about what I'm doing. And I'll just keep going here. Got it all mixed up, but I know that I need a bead in between everything. So I just put a bead in between. I gotta keep an eye on the time. It's 10:30, so I got 2 hours. So it ain't gonna take 2 hours to put this bracelet together. I'm sorry. I have to take my sister-in-law to her appointment. She has no way of getting around, so I am her taxi. So I take her to her appointment, and while I'm up at the hospital, she's doing a mammogram. My dad's in the hospital, not doing very well. His heart, one side of his heart is very weak. It's not pumping like it should. And my dad keeps passing out and falling. So that's not good. I better get up there and see him. So I've been calling him to see how he's doing, but he went to the cath lab yesterday and today, and then they were trying to shock his heart back into rhythm. So I got that one on backwards. This one's on backwards. Or it's not on backwards, it's just not in the right hole. There we go. So he's not doing very good. I gotta get up there. It's like I feel like going up there right now, but I'm already going up there soon, so I'm gonna go up there and visit. See what's going on with the doctors. And one more. And then I think I'm done with this row. And then we want to put a crimp. See how long that is. It's pretty. See? Got the top row all done. So now I'm going to put in a crimp. Got our crimp bead on, crimp tube, and then a wire guard. I don't have wire guards to match, but the gold will work with this tiger's eye. I don't know, it's tiger's eye or tiger eye. I don't know. Tiger's eye. All right. I'm going to pull this down a little bit. Pull that down. Get it down in there. You want your wire to sit right inside that groove to protect it. So now we're going to crimp it. I'm making sure the wires are not crossed. And then I'm going to take this and we're going to go in the back groove first. Sure they're not crossed. Pull down and squeeze. Turn and get in the front. And tiny. It doesn't want to fold over. Turn in the front groove and does not want to fold over. There we go. And it's not folded over. Nope, it's not even. All right, pull this down. Well, this might be another set of crimps I get rid of. Okay, so I creased it. Now we want to go in the front so that crease folds over. And it's not doing that. So I'm going to take this off. I got to take it all off because these crimps are junk. I'm going to take all these crimps. Right here. Nope. Not those. These. I don't know. What if I used a different crimper? Maybe this one's just too big for it. Maybe that one's too big for it, guys. Let's try a different one. We'll put a different one on. Okay, we got a different one on. We're going to put the wire guard. And then I got some different crimpers over here. Maybe we could cheat and get this to crimp. Get down through the other side and then back through the crimp tube. Push down. Okay, let's try these. These are Zuron. Get it in the back groove. Pull down on the wire, get the wire down in there. And squeeze. And then turn and go in the front and squeeze. There we go. There we go. Just had to use a different crimper. I almost threw out all those crimps because it was giving me problems. Okay. There's this side. Now we're going to do the other side. I need another bead stopper, or we can just keep going with this one. Okay, need a bead. And, oh no, I don't. I need a bead and line it up and go through the second hole. Through there, another bead, go through another one, through there, and then another bead, another bead, and then we're going to go through here. That looks crisscrossed. Why is that crisscrossed? No. Should be this bottom one. I had all the top ones. Now all I need to do is do the bottom one. How did I get this twisted? All right, well, I'll take these off. Yeah, take these off. We're going the wrong way. Maybe it's this. Ay, ay, ay. See, I don't do this stuff very often, so I don't know what I'm doing. This is the wrong end. I want to put these back on. And there. I'm going to put our bead stop on. And now, yeah, see? I want to go through this side. So we're going to go this in there. Maybe this is on the wrong side. Maybe we'll just put this way over here. Okay? Okay. Let's do this again. And we're off. Maybe. All right, now we're going to go through this hole here. And then another bead. And then we're going to go through this hole. And then another bead. And then we're going to go through this big hole, through the tiger eye. There we go. Now another bead. Another bead. And then through this hole. Where'd it go? There we go. And another bead. Through this big hole. Oh, I want to see what it looks like. Perfect. It's working out. Imagine that. It's working. It's working. See, things are different when you're designing and then when you're actually putting it together. How it's gonna come together. If the wire's gonna show. So there we go. Now we're on a roll. Another bead. And through here. Another bead. Through the tiger eye. Another bead. Through here. Another bead. And then through the last tiger eye we have. And then another bead. Through this little connector type 2-hole spacer bead. 2-hole spacer bead, that's what it is. And our last bead. We're on our last bead. And it's right here. There we go. Now we're going to put a crimp bead on. I gotta go get a different crimp bead for one of these. I used one. And through the wire guide. Call a wire guardian. What I call a wire guide. Guard, wire guard. Okay, now make sure that we're not. And we're going to use our Xeron to get in there. And make sure the crimp is centered in the groove. We don't want this down in the side there. There we go. Pull on the wire. Make sure the wire's down and squeeze. And go towards the front. And fold. There. Folded, but I want to get up here. There. Folded. I got it. Another way to do it is test it. Make sure it's not coming out. And snip this off. Oh, it didn't even snap. Okay, now we're going to slide everything down. Oh my goodness. Spam. I should have shut that off, sorry. Alright, I'm going to slide everything down. I want this. Take this off. There. We don't want it too stiff though. Isn't that cool? Oh, I missed a bead. No, I didn't. It's just not. I need this. There we go. There we go. Ta-da! Okay, now we're going to do this side. I wonder if I should have put the wire guard through a jump ring. Oh, I just put the jump ring through. All right, we're going to get another wire guard, or crimp, and then a wire guard inside one side, go up and over through the other side, and then down through the crimp. Pull on pliers. There we go. There we go. Nice and snug. Don't want it too snug. All right, now we're going to crimp this one. Oh boy. Crimp this guy. There we go. And squeeze. And then turn, go in front, and squeeze. Nice. One side done. I gotta get a new crimp. Right here. Okay, our last one right here. Through the crimp bead, crimp tube, wire guard. That needs to get snipped off. This is frayed on the end. It didn't cut well with the double cutters, double-sided flush cutters. Oops, I thought it went through. There it is. Now back through the crimp tube. And pull. And there we go. We are up. There we go. Crimpers. Just out of the way. It's in the groove. Squeeze. Turn. And squeeze. It's not folded over, but it's holding, but yeah, it's holding. I got it out too far. Oh, the crimp came off. Maybe I will throw these out after all. Let's try this old one here. Back through the crimp tube. All right. Wire guard. And then up and over. It's all curled up already from being curled up through here. And then back through the wire guard or the crimp bead. All right, get this guy out of the way. Pull this down. There we go. Pull it down a little bit more. There we go. Okay. All right, looks like there's a crease there. It's a matter of crimping it tight. Maybe not. Yeah, these are not working out very good. There we go. Now it's folded over. No, that one broke now. You gotta be kidding me. See, this is what happens when you're doing jewelry. Sometimes things just don't go the way they're supposed to. All right, I gotta pull this out. All right, well, I'm gonna get this fixed. I'm gonna put it all together with a jump ring on each end. But that is pretty though. Isn't that pretty? I like it. All right, let me fix this. Okay, I ended up restringing it. So now, what do I do with all my tools? They're all over the place. I just moved them all out of the way. And now I need my flat nose. Flat nose. Okay, we're gonna put on our jump rings. And we're gonna put on both of these. And this part of the clasp. Oh, I didn't go through the one. Okie dokie. Well. Slip on there. There we go. And we're gonna get some smaller pliers in there. There we go. Now we got it. Now this side, we're gonna open it up. Open this up. Give it some room. one side, then there we go. And then we want this clasp. And then I'm going to bring this clasp around. Snap it in, and there's our bracelet. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Wow, I love that. Is that upside down? It's hard to tell. Well, I gotta redo it anyway. I gotta soak this in some alcohol, and I will redo that tomorrow, and we are done. We have a beautiful bracelet. Beautiful. Just gorgeous. All tiger's eye. I wonder if it'll fit me. I've been losing weight. Whoop. Let me see. Not quite. Well, my watch is in the way for one. Yeah, not quite. Just a little too small for me. Just gotta lose some more weight, and I can wear it. Alright, well that's the end of this video, people. Done playing around. Oh, I was gonna put a dangle on there. I'm done. I'm done for the day. I got things to do, so please hit subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, then please hit the like button. And thank you, and check out my Etsy shop. And as always, happy beading!